This lesson will show the operation method of the dual-hand directional valve for the fireproof ESD type electro-hydraulic actuator. You can see there is a red selector knob here. When the knob selector in local LCL will be displayed on the screen. When the knob selector in stop will be displayed on the screen. When the knob selector in remote will be displayed on the screen, corresponding to 3 different modes. LOL mode can use local selector to operate. Stop mode is used for setting parameter, also can use setting tool to operate. Remote mode is for remote operation. There is a pressure value display on the screen. This value shows the current oil pressure of the accumulator. The percentage here is the current valve position value. The following is the operation method when ESD is not activated. When fully closed, green light always on. For local operation, turn the red knob to the local position, LCL. Press the open button. The actuator will open the valve. During the opening, the red light will keep flashing. If the yellow light always on means that the valve is in the middle position. When fully opened, the red light always on, the valve position value will display 100%. Press the close button, the actuator will close the valve, the green light will keep flashing, that means the valve is closing. When fully closed, the green light will always on. Also we can see, there is a pressure supplement sign in the bottom of left corner. Indicates that the motor has been started, the accumulator is being pressurized. After reaching the set pressure value, the pressure replenishment action will stop. When the current accumulator oil pressure is below the set value, the accumulator will perform pressure replenishment. Generally, the supplementary of pressure will start when below 10 MPa, stop when pressure above 14 MPa. Please note that, for quarter turn actuator, there's valve position indicator on the actuator. 90 degree means fully open, 0 degree means fully close. Now the valve is fully close. The indicator is 0 degree, now I set the valve to fully open. The indicator is 90 degree, there is a valve directional block behind the actuator. The manual directional reversing valve on the left corresponds to the closing valve. The manual directional reversing valve on the right corresponds to the opening of the valve. The pressure of the accumulator can be used to open and close the valve. First, open the manual stop valve in the upper right corner of the valve block. Press the close direction reversing valve. Turn clockwise by half a circle. The close direction reversing valve is now in the pressed state. We can see that the actuator is closing the valve. After operation, press the close direction reversing valve and turn it counterclockwise by half a circle. It can be restored. Now I'm pressing the open direction reversing valve. Turn clockwise by half a circle. The open direction reversing valve is now in the pressed state. The actuator is opening the valve. After operation, press the open direction reversing valve and turn it counterclockwise by half a circle. It can be restored. The manual stop valve in the upper right corner also needs to be restored. Here's the method for manually operating the valve. Press the close direction reversing valve, turn clockwise by half a circle. The close direction reversing valve is now in the pressed state. Take out the operating hand lever from the actuator. Keep pressing the hand pump. The valve can be closed. We can see the valve position in 82%. Restore the close direction reversing valve. Press the open direction reversing valve and turn it clockwise by half a turn. The open direction reversing valve is now in the pressed state. Keep pressing the hand pump. We can see the valve is opening. The valve position is 88%, restore the open direction reversing valve and manual stop valve. The following is the manual operation method when ESD is activated. This situation is usually caused by accidental activated of ESD, or the actuator is just arrived the site. Both the situations are the ESD solenoid valve loses power. First, open the pressure relief valve of the accumulator, release accumulator pressure. If need to be, open the valve. Press the open direction reversing valve and turn clockwise by half a circle. Ensure that the pressure relief valve of the accumulator is open at the same time. Keep pressing the hand pump, then valve can be opened. After operation, press the open direction reversing valve and turn counterclockwise by half a circle. It is restored. Close the pressure relief valve of the accumulator tightly. If need to close valve, open the manual stop valve in the upper right corner. Keep pressing the hand pump. The valve can be closed. Finally, restore the manual stop valve in the upper right corner. That's all for this lesson. See you next time.